Cedric McMillan and Dennis Wolf. Two elite bodybuilders with freakish proportions, but vastly different aesthetics, training styles, and stage presence. Let's start with Cedric. Cedric McMillan was known for bringing back the look of the golden era, flowing lines, long muscle bellies, and an artistic statuesque presence. At 6 feet 1 inch, Cedric stood tall with wide clavicles, a tight waist, and a posing style reminiscent of Frank Zane or Serge Nubret. But with 260 pounds of modern mass. He often said bodybuilding should be about looking like a superhero or a comic book character, not just stacking mass. Cedric's legs, especially his quads and hamstrings, were beautifully developed, but his calling card was his symmetry and aesthetics. His midsection stayed tight even when pushing weight in the off-season, and he maintained a classic silhouette with sweeping arms and a full chest that didn't overpower his frame. Now contrast that with Dennis Wolf. Dennis was one of the few men who could rival the X-frame of the late 90s. Standing 5'11" inches and weighing around 275 on stage, Wolf brought ridiculous width through his shoulders and lats, paired with a tight midsection and deep quads. His structure was cartoonishly exaggerated, wide up top, narrow in the waist, and flaring out again at the legs. Where Cedric flowed, Dennis attacked. His muscle insertions weren't as long or pretty, but he made up for it with sheer mass and dramatic angles. Dennis was known for his explosive posing and high-volume training style that emphasized both compound and isolation lifts. Let's talk about their training philosophies. Cedric leaned more into controlled movements and mind-muscle connection. His workouts weren't about ego, they were about precision and intention. He trained in a way that emphasized feel over weight, and he'd often slow down reps or add pauses to amplify the contraction. His style was methodical, often training 4 to 5 days a week with an eye on maintaining balance and aesthetics above all else. Dennis, on the other hand, trained like a machine, high volume, high frequency, and heavy weights. He believed in blasting the muscle with intensity and creating as much density as possible. His split was often 5 to 6 days a week, with lots of volume for back and shoulders, his two strongest points. sample workout from each man. Here's a classic Cedric McMillan back workout. Wide grip pull-ups, 4 sets to failure. T-bar rows, 4 sets of 10 to 12 hammer strength high rows. 4 sets of 10 to 12 slow negatives dumbbell pullovers. 3 sets of 12 close grip pull downs. 3 sets of 10 focusing on contraction rack pulls. 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps. Moderate weight, Cedric focused on feeling the lats stretch and contract, never rushing a rep. Now compare that with a Dennis Wolf shoulder workout, which helped build one of the widest frames in modern bodybuilding. Seated barbell military press, 5 sets of 8 to 10 dumbbell side laterals, 5 sets of 12 to 15 machine press, 4 sets of 10 to 12 upright rows, 4 sets of 12 rear delt flies, 4 sets of 15 dumbbell shrugs, 4 sets of 15, notice the volume, nearly 30 working sets. Dennis believed that massive shoulders were key to creating the illusion of an even smaller waist, and he hammered them accordingly. So what can we learn from the two? Cedric taught us the value of aesthetic discipline, training with the physique in mind rather than just numbers. His look was refined, artistic, and timeless. Dennis showed us the power of brute force and specialization. If a body part was lagging, he attacked it with everything he had. He trained with urgency and purpose, and the results showed. 2 men, 2 different paths, but both legends in their own right. Whether you chase flow like Cedric or firepower like Dennis, the lesson is the same. Know your structure, know your strengths, and train with purpose.